Religion lowers your vibration, and so do the media, the government, and every man-made system. Because they all literally run on one core agenda to keep you in a low vibration. How do they do that? By training you to outsource your power. When you're desperate for validation, when you're constantly scared, worried, sad, and guilt, you are easy to control. That's why I haven't watched the news in over 10 years. I realized that every headline is carefully crafted to pull you into fear to make you forget your own power. And what's funny is that even as a child, I felt this, the few times that my mom took me to church, my spirit felt uneasy, heavy, constricted. And I could actually always feel connected to Jesus or to Jeshua, because I always felt it's pure love, presence, and truth, but I could never feel that in the church. Why? Because the church, like all systems, demands that you give your power away. They want you believing that salvation is outside of you. They want you thinking that someone else can save you. They want you convinced that without them, you are nothing. But the truth is that the highest vibration comes from being self-sourced, from knowing you are your own authority, from remembering that you are the creator of your reality, from standing in the truth that you are your own savior. And when you start to live from that frequency, nothing outside of you can touch you, because all systems were created for one reason: to make you forget who you are. And as long as you rely on them, you play the role of the victim. And victims are powerless. The moment you believe you are powerless, you've already handed over your divine authority. But when you truly start to reclaim it, the whole game starts to change. You become untouchable. You become unstoppable. You become free, because that is actually your natural state. It is who you really are at your core. So the real question to you is, are you outsourcing your power, or are you self-sourced? But I'm going to tell you what outsourcing your power looks like. Believing in the news more than your own intuition. Waiting for the government to come and save you. Thinking that the church or a pastor or a book can connect you to God better than you can. Letting school or society define your worth. Needing external validation before you can trust yourself. Now, being self-sourced looks completely different, because being self-sourced means that you are trusting your inner guidance, aka your intuition, even when it goes against the system. You know that you create your own reality. You stand in your own authority, and you remember that you are your own savior. So I'm going to ask you this again. Are you outsourcing your power, or are you self-sourced? That in itself will tell you where you're vibrating.